Happy Sunday evening, everybody. I hope you're doing amazingly well. Just going to wait for a few more people to jump online. I'm a little bit late today. I slept in. I set my alarm to watch the latest Twin Paranormal video, which comes out every second Sunday. And as I was watching, I think I got about like 40 minutes into it and I fell asleep again. So I have to re-watch that from the beginning again. I must have needed my rest. So apologies for being on a little late. Welcome to the live. It is Soul Tribe Tarot. If you haven't been here before, for anyone that's jumping on, I'll mention that a few times. Welcome everybody. Okay. We will be doing a collective. I'm not too bad. Thank you. Hi, Julie. Blessings, Kaya, Karja. Blessings. Hello, all about Maine. How are you? I hope everyone is well. Dolphin, hi Dolphin. Okay, we're going to look at a collective. I'm going to have a look at the cards I have and see what I can use today, see what I'm being drawn to. We're probably going to do a bit of a storyline from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for the general and maybe for a lot of your generals, okay, that you're asking about today. I'm not doing face to camera this morning, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so what have you all been doing over this weekend? How has this weekend treated you? It's been a very social weekend for me. I've been very busy. I've been out and about, going to the beach, buying stuff. I probably can't or don't need. All right, but that's okay. So, I'm just going to give the cards a bit of a shuffle. We've got the Emperor. So, I was feeling this, yeah, the Emperor and the Fool. So, double Aries energy here. A lot of you will be really looking at where you need to have more structure in your life to be able to start a new beginning. I like myself, like I'm not, well, I guess I am procrastinating with a few things. Like I think about a lot of things that I want to do, but then actually doing them, that's a different story. So don't feel that that time is wasted. I'm seeing the vulture spirit. So like, don't feel the time is wasted and don't see it as procrastination. See it as like, you know, we have mental plans, we sort of discard things or we think about them again and go, actually, no, that's not really priority, this is priority. So I've been doing that a lot of mental sort of like back and forth with things. So with the Emperor and the Fool, it's like getting ready to start putting some plans into action. Aries is all about action and the plans, not necessarily everything you thought of, right? Hi, Unicorn. Okay. If you haven't been here before, please just say hello. I will put you on the list, but don't put questions in the feed. You guys, even you guys that have been on here for ages, you still come on and put questions in the feed, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I don't read those questions very much, okay? I usually either look at who I'm reading for or or to write a list, but you know, don't put questions in the feed because just say I'm here, please can I go on the list? That's it, okay? And everyone that comes on can go on the list. Let's have a look and see what else is here. So we've got double Aries, needing to action, needing to put into practice what we start, understanding what is not good for us, like what's not going to level us up, what's not going to put us in a good position and what is. It's almost like, not in a really drastic way, but it's sort of saying, you know, asking yourself, is this going to benefit me or is this not to do something right now? I mean, it maybe it is in the future, but right now, what's priority, okay? Looking past this is very energetic, guys. This is like looking past some sort of illusion that you've told yourself, all right? Really going within with that. I mean, it's about really going inwards into your soul, into your spirit, using your third eye. I've been doing this yesterday, talking things out. A lot of people think, okay, and then people say like, you're crazy if you talk to yourself. I don't agree. I think by talking it out and speaking it out, you can hear yourself. And sometimes you hear yourself speak when you're trying to figure something out or figure out how you feel. And it feels more real, and it's easier to sort of like dissect, if that makes any sense. Okay. Hi Libra. Okay. So yeah, I think there's a lot of questions. Why did I do that? Not necessarily like in a bad way, like what was my thought process, or what was my intent when I did something or thought about this? You know, if you ever sort of like thought about something, or in the middle of the night and the next day you've forgotten about it, but you knew you were anxious or stressed about something, and you're like, how can I be anxious or stressed? I can't even remember what I was anxious or stressed about in the middle of the night. It's that type of energy, right? So it's really dissecting your thoughts. So this would be a very good practice right now, to actually talk it out to yourself and say, you know, is this actually really how I feel? Am I, you know, feeling this way because I've always felt this way? It's a huge part of your growth. It's a huge part of your awakening to your spirit and what you really need to be doing in your life. If you talk this out to yourself, and don't think you're crazy if you're doing so, okay? Co-create with spirit as well. So if you've been like myself procrastinating, and I do this all the time about meditation, you don't have to sit cross-legged in yoga pose and do meditation. I was actually I've watched a show on YouTube, and I'm going to put it on the post section of my channel today. And it's the Diary of a CEO, and it's where he interviews the Buddhist monk. And I literally woke up in the middle of the night, and my YouTube had sort of like skipped to the next thing, and I'd seen this before, so I don't know why that came up on my feed. And it doesn't usually come up stuff you've already watched through experience. But it says, you know, I woke up on what is meditation. And I think it was a message that I needed to bring forward. Meditation can be, you can meditate while you're going, like while you're walking around, you're shopping. You don't have to like close your eyes and go deep into meditation. It's awareness, right? That's all it is. It's major awareness of like being aware of being aware, if that makes sense. Okay. It may not to some, but I understand what that means. So let me know if you know what that, you know, if you understand what that means. A lot of this being aware at the moment is about who is in your life and who shouldn't be. If you're waiting for a message from someone, especially someone you're very close to, I'm getting another message here, it's not the time yet. So this is so applicable for myself, right? So I don't know if it's applicable to any of you, but let me know in the comments. I can read them later. Okay, I can read the transcript later, by the way. So like, perhaps you've been reaching out to someone and they've ghosted you, or they've not reached out back, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we were going to talk. This is happening for me right now. It's because spirit doesn't want it to come in yet. All right, it's not the time. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, automatic writing, like it's the same, but it's just writing, right? For me, it's a little bit hard to write with my arm still. It puts a bit of pressure on it, but you know, talking it out, writing it out, automatic writing down, and that's basically what your soul wants to bring forward, whether it's verbally or written. Perhaps right now you're not supposed to like go forward with this relationship, or it's not the right time. Maybe you're still processing some healing, and spirit's saying it's not the right time. Even if you talk to this person, it's not the right time. Like the things that are supposed to come out, okay, thank you, spirit. Maybe there's more information coming in that you're going to be able to use to be able to have the conversation. That's not for everybody, but that's coming through. Okay. What else do we have, please, spirit? Breath work. Yeah, breath work will be very good for you in this situation. Okay. Perhaps you feel like you're not in really like a space of 100% peace right now. There's still a lot of answers. That's why the why card came out in the upright. Spirit wants you to ask those why questions, and you know, really tap in. There is some changes coming, but I do feel, because the cards come out like this, it's entirely up to you. Whatever change is coming in, you can make the call. And it may have to be this person, or it may just be like we're moving on to the next section of the story here. There's some changes coming, and it's not been decided either exactly how that's going to play out. And it depends upon you It depends upon you how before that decision is made, and I feel it could be including another person. All right, so maybe they have a say in it too, but until this situation plays out, or up until this happens, or this time happens to make the decision, have the conversation, whatever it is, have this change, there is a lot of soul growth to still be had. So Spirit's saying you still have to do some work on something, so that when the decision is made, it's made 100%. It's not just like half-assed, if that makes sense, okay? You may feel for a lot of you that you're not, like your creative side isn't coming out, or it's being stopped or paused. That's also coming through, okay? And there is a feeling of finding it very difficult to live in the present moment and just go with the flow at the moment. So if there's any sort of like feeling of like sadness with someone not reaching out, or sad, or like frustration more than anything else, that you can't, like, it's like you've got all the tools, but for some reason it's not all coming together, and it's very, very hard. It is definitely needed to have meditation, and also like to take a rest, even a physical rest, okay, will be very important right now. For those of you who are tired, right, there's a decision a lot of you have to make. Is it time to leave? Is it time to actually go towards something I've always wanted to do? I'm not sure. See, that's like the Mercury retrograde energy, right? That's coming up in a week's time. So if you feel that you can't make a decision, don't make it just yet, okay? It can be about anything in your life. Going towards a person, going away from a person, going towards a job. Spirit is saying they're definitely with you, but they really want you to be very honest with yourself right now, okay? Very honesty is really highlighted here, okay? Don't take any major risks, because if you don't know the answers, you don't know if you're doing the right thing, okay? You may feel like you're not, your blessings aren't coming in, but there is a period of waiting for sure. It's definitely not the right time for something to come through here, okay? Just one more card, please, Spirit, of this storyline. We're going to get onto it. Yeah, because you're a fork in the road. Because you're at a fork in the road. This came out for the Virgo reading the other day that I put out on the channel. So if you want to go have a look at that, I'm pretty sure this was the last card. Be happy. I'm hearing to stand in your sovereignty at this point. Don't listen to other people. Other people may be trying to tell you what to do or which direction you need to go in. Or this may be like something you're trying to figure out on your own. But like, if you can't make any decisions, just stay there, okay? You've got the Emperor here as your main energy with the Fool. So you'll know when the right time is. The Emperor's very wise, very switched on, has been through a lot. He's got his armor still there, ready to go under his cloak, okay? I mean, some things you may need to move forward on. Spirit wants you to, and that's why you've got to meditate it, talk it out, automatic write, whatever you want to do to get in touch with your higher self, to try and figure out what is priority right now and what isn't, what's going to put you in an uplifted position, what isn't, okay? I'm sort of like doing this as well, but I want to sort of like, if you can sit and meditate and literally close your eyes and do all that, that would be much better, and even automatic write while you're doing that, or talking it out, but definitely needing to action something here in regards to this. But if you don't want to make any decisions, don't make them. Like, you don't have to make them. We're going to be using the same format for the generals today, because I just find that it's really supportive energy with these cards. This is a great deck to do a storyline, so, and I know when to sort of stop the storyline. We don't use the whole deck, guys, okay? Let's have a look. Julie's first, post your question. Maria, you're on the list. Thank you. Hi, blessings. So I'll read the list because no one's made one on the feed yet. Sometimes people make one, sometimes the moderator makes one. Julie, Kaja, blessings, all about Maine, Dolphin, Unicorn, Libra, and Maria. That's the only people we've got online. I am a little bit late today, maybe that's why we don't have a lot of people, but I do have 14 people here and I don't have 14 on the list. So if you want a reading today, guys, and you've got time to sort of sit and wait, please say hello and we'll put your name on the list. Otherwise, I can, you know, I will accept donations and you will be next if you want to go next. Let's have a look, Julie. General for Julie, please, Spirit. And I'm also wanting to use this deck for you, Julie. Okay, and it's actually got obsidian on it, so protection energy or needing to protect your energy right now. Or maybe it was the stone that I was looking at, because I'm really being drawn to this. Like you feel sometimes you're protected and sometimes you're not. I'm feeling here. Let's have a look. I also use the Psychic Tarot for generals today, I think. Storylines. Okay, Julie. You may feel, Julie, that your intuition is... Oh, I love the smell of this deck when I've saged it. Your intuition is very, very high right now, and you're going with it. You're going with dreams. You're going with things that are coming through. You're letting spirit guide you. You're not like, oh, okay. There's an energy of feeling like I'm hearing trapped in some sort of way, and I'm also feeling like you feel something is about to happen. Now, this can be at a global level. Let me know if this is making sense to you, Julie. This could be at a global level. I'm hearing astrology as well. Maybe you've been watching some astrology as well. I feel that there's something big coming, or you feel the, sorry, because we've got the intuition energy. You feel that there's something big coming, possibly globally, and you may have had a prophetic dream or vision. So you don't have to say what it is, but let me know if this is making sense. And it's going to be a burden for a lot of people. So if you're watching this, please stay on, because we might get more information about this global event that's coming up that Julie is seeing prophetically, okay? Oh my God, yeah, Seven of Swords. People don't see coming. It's hidden. There's something hidden here, Julie. But I feel it's like a collective thing. I feel it's like you've had like a feeling or intuition or a dream about some sort of like earthquake or some sort of tsunami or some sort of global event, or fires. I'm hearing fires as well. So that is really unusual, because I don't usually tap into other people's dream like energy like that. All right. Yeah, so, you know, maybe this isn't happening to you. Maybe this is something that's going to come up, Julie, as well, if this isn't resonating. So let me know, like, later, if this happens. All right. Yeah. Oh, my God. There's a vision. You're having a vision. Page of Swords. You're having a future vision here. How interesting. And it involves other people. It involves, like, it's a global thing. Show me another card, please, Spirit, on this. Oh my God, yeah. All right. Yeah. There's something going on here where you're, and this is not in your personal life. This is literally a vision or a dream that you're having. So this may not have happened yet. So, you know, this is maybe just a heads up. And because I got the protective energy, like you're feeling very protective. So don't like let go of this energy. If you have a dream or a vision and it's really like destructive, or it's very frightening or terrifying to you, make sure, that's why Spirit's giving me that like protection energy, to make sure you're protecting your energy. But I don't feel this is coming in from a negative source. I think it's something you need to sort of bring in. And it's not spirits coming through. It's just like a dream you have or a vision you have in meditation. All right, let's move on from that, please, Spirit. That's just a Spirit's saying this is part of your new gifts. All right. I think your Spirit's saying you're doing a really good job by sitting in the present moment right now with the changes that are coming, like are happening in your life. You're doing a good job. Don't feel that you're not doing a good job, or if you're just sitting and not sort of like having much movement forward in different areas. Like you are actually, by not doing anything, you are doing something. That makes sense. Okay. Hi T baby, hi Heba. Okay. Okay, what else do we have? So say hello if you're new here, and I'll put you on the list to have a reading. All right, let's see what else we have. There is something I feel coming up where, all right, I feel this has got to do with your question, or your question that you asked after you said the general, the woman bothering you. Are you going to move feeling to a good place, not seeing anything? Okay, so I think you will move, or move away from this situation, or they're going to be moving, and you're very like on guard about this woman, about this person, extremely guarded, extremely guarded. So let's bring out some cards in regards to this. Like, you see past who this person is. So this is basically Spirit telling me, and I'm seeing the High Priestess in my mind's eye. This is Spirit basically telling me that, like, this person, okay, is trying to keep you in a lack mentality and try and keep you confused. So I do feel this is a negative or dark energy or entity that you need to cord cut from. So if you don't want to see this person again, or if you don't want this person to be bothering you, protective energy, like I said, is very good, but doing a specific cord cutting as well would be very, very good. Okay. What else do we have? Justice in the reverse. Sorry about the light on the camera. Is it like really blinding? How annoying. I can't really do anything. Hold on a second. It's probably a bit better. Oh, it's probably a bit better, guys. All right. The Justice in the reverse. Yeah. Okay, so this person, especially if you cord cut, Julie, I think that now the Tower's come out, but it's in the reverse. So I think you can avoid a Tower and avoid this person's trickery, because this is very trickery with the Justice card and this Oracle card here. Okay, you can avoid some sort of trickery here. Someone's trying to confuse you, trick you. You can see past it. You're standing in your sovereignty, I'm hearing. Okay. It feels like there's something going on here where you're replaying some sort of karma that you have to learn again. Yeah, exactly. Like, thank you, Spirit. Like, this is like you are learning something that you didn't learn from a past life or a past experience, and you're learning it again. That's how it feels. Like it's a never-ending story that's come back again because you didn't learn something in the past, and it's to stand in your sovereignty. So, because I wanted to put one of these cards, let's have a look what it says about that. Like Spirit said, you have to stand your ground, you have to set your boundaries, you have to put your defenses up, you have to cord cut from this person, you have to create a protective shield around you. This is something you haven't learned in the past. This is crazy how this has come out like this. This is something you haven't learned, Spirit's saying, from a past life. And it's all about standing in your power. Yeah, and it's all to do with your growth. Thank you, Spirit. We've got the growth card. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Wow. So this is like, this experience has got nothing to do with this person. This is all about you. All right. This is all about your growth. Right. And your happiness. The happiness card in the reverse. Dolphins are very significant. To me, because I asked for signs for dolphins and I saw two, like literally 4 to 6 hours after I asked to see dolphins, I saw them. So Spirit's asking you to ask for signs, for yeses and no answers, and it's not testing Spirit. Spirit's happy to play with you with that, okay? But this has got to do with growth, because in a past life you didn't grow. And this has all got to do with like not standing up for yourself and not, yeah, this is about relationships and boundaries, okay? And your consciousness and awareness as well, the growth with that incorporated into this situation, all right? Right, that was your reading. Card jar, post your question. So right now, this is all about expanding your awareness, expanding your consciousness, expanding your growth. It's got a lot to do with putting boundaries up, like I said. Okay. I think you will move. I think you'll know when it's time to leave as well. All right. I'll have a call with you, Julie. We'll set up a call. At some point for Tuesday night, maybe. Okay. All right. What do you need to be aware of? Okay, let's have a look, Kaja. Great question. I like it how people like think about their questions and how they phrase questions. Okay. The letter B may be really significant to you, Kaja. Also, I'm getting blessings, like the first message I'm getting is blessings. So there is blessings coming your way, okay? There's definitely blessings coming your way. Let's see what the cards have to say. Spirit is saying you're definitely on the right track, okay? You feel that you should be at a different level or a different place than you are right now. You feel that you should have advanced in something, whether it's money, whether it's your career, whether it's relationships, whether it's just your spiritual growth. And Spirit's saying, you know, whatever you learn or whatever you had to go through in the past, like 5 years, I'm hearing, or even up to 10 years of your life, the changes that you've been through, don't feel that karma's coming back around. Don't feel that you haven't learned those lessons, because you actually have. So there's something here about having more trust in yourself, and you don't have to change a thing, I'm hearing, in your life right now. All right, just whatever you are really wanting to do, really passionate about, really love, just to keep focusing on that and stay the distance with that. Like, continue to work hard on your passions and they will grow, okay? You're not meditating enough, or you're not trusting in your own spiritual growth enough. I mean, I think this tells me that you could have been really into your spiritual practice, meditating daily, or you know, talking to Spirit. Maybe you have stopped doing that a little bit, which tells me again, you're not trusting either your higher self or Spirit at this time. But there's something like you feel that there's some sort of unfinished business, either with a project or someone or something in your life. It's not coming back around, right? You learned your lesson from that. So there's a need to really accept that for you to be able to move forward to sort of like the next stage or the next blessing, all right? So there's a real need to tune in more to your intuition, because you're overthinking something and you're not doing it from a heart like coherence level. You could also be getting a lot of headaches, I'm hearing, lately as well. All right. There is some sort of changes coming up with relationships. Or a relationship. So I don't know if you're coupled or single, but those, and it can be about like platonic relationships. Okay. Now this Spirit showed me two different scenarios here. Whatever you've learned in regards to relationships, platonic or romantic, it's not going to come around again. So that may be the lesson you feel that you haven't learned, but you have learned it. Okay. So say you've been in the past with difficult people, or in like relationships romantically that just never went anywhere. There was lessons with those relationships. They weren't supposed to be in your life forever. You are definitely connecting also with a group of people, or Spirit's wanting you to connect with community. All right. Now, for the first half of 2026, and this year was supposed to be about social interactions and your, you know, your own self-growth within them. I wasn't really seeing it a lot for myself personally. And now it's started to ramp up. So things, I've started to meet people have started to like fall into my atmosphere, whatever. And this is happening for you. I feel that if you have had difficult connections or romantic connections, platonic connections, things are going to start lining up. So the good luck that I was saying, the blessings are coming in forms of others here, all right? Other people. And it could be romantic. It doesn't have to be though, all right? You've learned some sort of whatever deceit, lies, bullshit that you've had to deal with in the past with people. Let's just say people, romantic or platonic, doesn't matter. Like with others, like you've learned the lessons. You've learned a lot of lessons with that situation. Yeah, 3 of Cups. I was just talking about like social things. So Spirit is like, that's more for me than it's for you. So they're saying, you know, you're on the right track here with this. But there's like, I do feel there's people coming into your life that you need in your life, Kaja, that are going to uplift you, that you're going to have fun with. But these people are you're meant to be around, okay? You've done the healing. I don't know why you think, so Spirit's saying, I don't know why you think you haven't done a lot of healing. We don't like I said, we don't have to sit traditionally cross-legged and, you know, go through, process our healing in the way that things on videos tell us to, okay? We need to do it in our own way. For me, it's just like being alone and like talking to Spirit, like I said before, talking it out, writing it down, whatever works for you, okay? Let me know if this is resonating with you. If you're not in, like if you're in a group of people right now that you don't want to be around and you feel on a higher self level that these people are not going to advance you or be good for you, I feel these people are leaving. There could be a masculine as well, could be involved with, or like a friendship, that's sort of like needing to walk away from that person, I'm hearing, okay. Yeah, you're needing to walk away from something that you thought was solid, especially in regards to people, and actually they're not, or intuitively you just feel that they're not, all right, that they're not the right people. If there's anyone in your, okay, so if you're confused about this, if there's anyone in your life, right, that is giving you this energy of like having to defend yourself, stand up for yourself, 1111 on the screen, okay, don't be confused here. These are the people you need to walk away from, okay? You've got new people coming. This is the community card, right? You've got new people coming. Geckos may be significant. I've got a gecko. You can probably hear a little gecko in the background doing his thing. Okay. Yeah, it's time to go out and find these people. All right, 1111 again on the screen. So you could be seeing ones a lot. That was your reading. Blessings, post your question. If anyone is here that would like their reading done and they don't want to wait in the queue, you can donate. It's $5 for your question to be next. My PayPal link is in the description, okay? If I am reading for you, please talk to me and just let me know if it resonates. You don't have to say what, you can just say this doesn't resonate with me. Which means that it may be something coming up for you, or it's just, we may just not be connecting, okay? But I guarantee that I'd say 95% of the people I read for, it does resonate with, okay? So it would be unusual if it doesn't for me. Okay. The spray I'm just using is from Bali Buddha. It's like a passion spray, it's called. It's an aura spray, okay? You can buy it online. So Bali Buddha has some amazing things. Buddha is spelled B-U-D-A, not B-U-D-D-A, okay? But if you want to go have a look, I'm pretty sure that they do online shopping. Okay, or you can find an aura spray, but they're really good for cleansing the energy, cleansing the air. General for blessings. There's 2 blessings on. I don't know who blessings Y2Z is, but I'm doing it for blessings W8W. So the other blessings, I'll put you on the other list, okay? but it's not your reading. Blessings, my moderator, it's your reading. Let me know if you're there. And let me know your question, please. I'm going to call you blessings number 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've got some beautiful cards. I've got some cards by Nicoletta Charlotti, and I haven't used them for a while. I'm feeling like drawn to them. I keep looking at them, so maybe I'll use them today. Blessings, it's not your reading. It's blessings number 1. Blessings, I don't know. It's not the same person. So the moderator on here called Blessings, where are you? If it's you and you're switching between, there you are. I'm here on my dear. What do I need to know? So the other blessings, you'll have to wait. I'll put you on the list. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here. There's something that you are supposed to be doing and you're procrastinating about it, or you're not working hard enough on it. Now, this could be in your career. I feel this is like career related, where you're finding it either really difficult to process something, you may need more help, information, training. Maybe you're just bored with something and you don't want to do it, so you're not putting the work into it, or you're not at a soul level wanting to do it. Now, if this is in your job, if this is in your literal career and you're needing more information, get the information. If you're doing something, or if you're in a job where you're like, fuck, I'm bored, like every day, and you get up and you don't want to go to work, maybe it's time to look for something else. Okay, let me know if that resonates, because I do feel this has got to do with like you just not wanting to do what you don't want to do. I don't want to do what I don't want to do. Well, then it's time, if you're feeling that about anything, this can be about relationships. Okay. If you're feeling like this, you need to address it, because otherwise it's just going to, I'm hearing like eat at your mind. Okay, eat at your soul on a level. So you're doing something here. It's like soul eater energy. Okay. Wow. This card was stuck to this card. I literally didn't see it, and it's almost sliding onto, like it's almost like a magnet, but there's nothing on the cards, like a magnet to this card. So you think it's not time, but it is time. 11:11 on the screen. All right. There's something here about needing to do this now, or think about what you need to move away from that is no good for you right now. Okay. But something's boring you. So if you are a stay-at-home mum, you said I'm a mum. So if you're a stay-at-home mum and you're like alone a lot, or like maybe go out with the kids and join groups, or if you want to do something for yourself, like need to set the time to do that, like an online course or something. Okay. So what is this about, please, Spirit? There's some unfinished healing here. There's some childhood wound here. And you're not. So as soon as you ask Spirit to support you with something from the past here, in regards to healing, you're going to be able to have a new lease of life. All right. There's some unfinished business here. So I don't know whether it's with a person or a parent, or just something that has like really affected you. I think you know what it is. I don't think it's something you need to go searching for within your higher self through meditation or anything like that. I think you haven't done the work here on some sort of healing. All right. And you haven't addressed it, not as much as you should have, and you're not co-creating with Spirit to address it. And that's maybe what this partly is about, because once you do address it and do the healing from it, and you may, if you want support with that, email me. We can do some sessions, because I can help you with that healing and how you need to process that healing. And then you're going to step into a sort of new lease of life. But there's something here about you not doing the work on it, or it stops you from moving forward to doing new things, and you're stuck in this like round and round energy where just every day is the same. And because you're not having the motivation or the self-will or the willpower to do something for yourself, right? So let's have a look into that, please, Spirit. What is this healing about? And once you do start processing it, you can move into, yeah, look at this. So you will have growth, but you need to address this. You need to co-create with Spirit to do this, because the Queen of Wands is here. I was just going to say, I don't know what your relationship is like with your partner, or if you're a single mother, but there's something here about a like this can be a couple of things. This can be a disconnect from parental figures in your life, siblings in your life, a trauma-filled childhood, like you said. This can be that you're not with a person, you're a single mom, and that you don't have like support in your life, okay? All right, what else is this? I'm not downplaying your health issues, but I feel that if you do a lot of this trauma healing, it will, to some extent, fix a lot of the health issues. Spirit's saying in a roundabout way. So say if you get your mental on track and you know exactly what vision you have for your future, where you want to live, you know, where you want to, like, how you want to process your days, it will like have a big effect on your health as well. All right, the two of the Lovers in the reverse can be also a relationship that is not, like, you're not on the same page, you're not connecting like you should, and you're not either wanting to put the work in, or you haven't put the, oh my God, the Two of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, or you feel that you just don't want to put the work in, there's no work being put in by your partner and everything's just stagnant and slow, okay? So because the Lovers and the Two of Cups have both come out in reverse, this could be definitely about a romantic relationship. You have a cold, okay, you may have a cold right now. I was just going to say contract and Spirit made me say cold. So you could be getting, like, coming down with symptoms. Now, when you start doing some sort of healing work, you can express or show symptoms because it is your body purging things out. So you may have like a really snuffly nose or mucus in your throat, and you're expelling, right? You're expelling stuff. You have a contract with someone here, a family member or your person in your life. Wow. And your contract with this person may not be forever, but your lesson through it is to put yourself first. So I've done like a couple of readings this morning, it's my morning by the way, about your self-worth. Okay, hi Debbie. About self-worth. And you got the Death card. And you got the Four of Wands. When you start putting yourself first and finding that time in your day, in your schedule, even if you have to put your kids in daycare for like a couple of days a week or whatever, you know, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just trying to like, or you know, a family member can watch them, or you can put them into more of a schedule. I don't know if they're at school or not, but like there's some sort of schedule that's required from you to be able to put yourself into your schedule, because the Empress is in reverse, so you're not taking care of your mental, spiritual, emotional, or physical health like you should. And once you start doing that, you're going to start seeing a lot of changes. This person that you're with may also not be putting yourself first, but it's very hard to show respect to another if you're not respecting yourself first. All right, I sort of had an experience with this where it was just like very interesting to see when I started to put myself first more, and it was actually to do with my career, but like once I started doing that and other people noticed, I got a lot more respect from others. All right. All About Maine. If you're there, you are next. If you're new here, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. 1212 on the screen. If you'd like to have a reading, put your name in the chat, say hello, I'll put you on the list. If you'd like to donate, you could do so through the PayPal link in the description, and you will be next if you're further down the list. It's $5 US. We have All About Maine, then Dolphin, then we have Unicorn, Libra, Maria, Heber, T-Baby, Blessings 2, Debbie. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a long list, but it's not too long, so we'll see how we go. Don't write your question until I ask you. Queen, hello, darling. I've been on 45 minutes, Queen. Okay. What is your question, Queen? I went to pick, I didn't even see them there, and I went to pick up these cards. I love these cards, but they're like twin flame, so I don't know if you're going to ask anything about a relationship, but this is like the twin flame deck, so we'll use it, but I want to use this deck a little bit first as a base, all right? Let's have a look. Anything you see that may unfold between John and I? Yeah, so any relationship readings, this deck likes to sort of like be used. So let's have a look. So you're not with this person, or you are? I can't remember. Are you with John or not? Or they... Remember, Spirit's saying, what did I say to you before? Maybe there's something here about needing to look back at your old readings, or being aware of like that's still in play. Like if we've talked about him before, which I think we have, like that's still, there's still something there with that. Is he a fireman? Oh, you've only been talking. All right. Okay, what does he do for a career? He's a juvenile probation officer. Okay, right, let's have a look. What's going on in the near future? In the next 6 weeks, I'm going to say, for Queen and John. Yeah, if you do donate, you will be like next. So that's why I'm doing Queen and not All About Maine. So All About Maine, if you're there. Okay, so when this sort of question comes up and this card comes up like this is sort of like saying it is like up to you in a way, sort of like the ball's in your court a little bit in what your next move is. As far as the relationship's concerned, I think like there's a lot more happiness and fun coming up for you guys, but it does require some sort of action on your part. All right. I do feel that there's an effort required from both of you to sort of make the effort to meet up. So you could definitely be at distance, but not too far. Okay, but there's definitely a need to make a plan here, because like nothing's going to happen if you don't like plan things. All right, so there's definitely a need to make plans with this person. Just sort of meet up so you can get to know each other on a one-on-one level. All right, I'm seeing the Devil card, so I know he's a Pisces, you just said that. There's something here about like, okay, Spirit doesn't want me to use this deck. We're going to use this deck now. Okay. So it's about making some sort of effort, or both of you needing to make an effort here in the next 6 weeks to have like the relationship basically isn't going to go to the next level at the moment unless you make the effort, like both of you, okay? Yeah. And what you don't know here, all right, there's something that you don't know that wants to come in, like a message that wants to come in. And it's going to change something here. This could be a storyline and a half here. Hold on a second. Why is the Hierophant here? Is this like a negative thing about him? Like, I feel like there's a message. I know, like, I'm getting messages and I'm like, that can't be right, Spirit. What are you talking about? We're talking about the relationship. I feel like he wants to tell you something about the past. Either a relationship he had with the past, or something about like what he had to deal with. Or like, I'm getting something about a literal incident that happened with him, maybe an accident or a car accident, or there's something, I feel it's legal. Like, I feel there's something here, Queen, that he hasn't told you yet. It's definitely something he hasn't told you. All right. There's something coming he hasn't told you, and he's going to commit to telling you. And it could be something about his past. It could be involving a child, like losing a child, or there's something here that was traumatic. So I sort of want to see the Tower, Spirit, or something like that's going to show me like the Ten of Swords or the Tower, or something that's going to show me that I'm on the right track here. It's almost like, okay, there's an event here that happened to him that was very, very significant in his life. And I don't feel he's told you about it. And whatever happened to him, sort of like put him on a path, a career path. You know, you may know about it, I'm not, but I don't think you do right now. Put him on a path, or put him in a direction because of this Tower moment. This massive, it was a big deal, basically. All right. And the path that he's on now, probably his career, has a lot to do with what happened here. All right. We have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, this is the twin flame deck. There's something here about him really looking up to you, but he has to unburden something to you. The Ten of Wands with the Two of Cups. He has to communicate something to you here. And that's why he said it was important. I feel it's very important to him, a significant happening in his life. Yes, the Ace of Swords. He needs to communicate this. No, you don't know about it because you got the Unknown card, right? And Spirit's saying, don't try looking into like a crystal ball to figure this out, because you're not going to get the answer. Not through the cards exactly. But it's something that, like, there's something here that happened which was a very unfortunate incident. The Wheel in the reverse. I think that you do have a feeling that there's something happened in his life. You just don't know what it is, like something. All right, let's have a look, Spirit. Can you please, like, that was just yeah, and it's time for him to tell you. Let's move on from that, please, Spirit. Show me, like, what their relationship could bring if they both make the effort to go towards each other. All about May, you are next, so have your question ready. And if they're not there, Dolphin. What else do we have? What's going on? Okay, this person really wants to open up to you about things they've kept, not necessarily secrets they have, but things they haven't told you. You've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is just still reiterating this. I think the main thing is here, if you get to be with each other and talk to each other and go out with each other, there's a lot of stuff hidden that's coming out from him that is going to be very, I'm hearing, beneficial to make a decision to move forward, or it's going to give you more likely, more so, it's going to give you more of an insight upon who they are on a soul level. All right. And there's a lot of compassion coming from you. I don't know if he's got children, but this could just be your energy, like to listen to him when he's talking about this, to give compassion and empathy when he's talking about this. And like the Star is here, which tells me that, like, every snippet of it, Spirit's saying snippet, every snippet of information that you get as you get to know him, it will build his, like, it will give you clarity, and it will build the respect more and more towards him. Okay. And give you more of an understanding who he is, why he is. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. All right, I'm not going to go too far into that. I think there's a lot going on there with that person. I think there's a child, at least one child, that you either know about or you don't know about in his life. And there's probably something to do with that in the past as well, or his relationship and how that broke down with the mother of the child. There's a lot going on there, okay? There's a lot going on. I know he has a son. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think it was Father's Day. It's not Father's Day in Australia till September. So you guys must have a different Father's Day in the US, obviously. All About Maine or Dolphin. Who is here, please? Thank you. Blessings 2 is not first on the list. I've got All About Maine, Dolphin and Unicorn. So All About Maine, Dolphin and Unicorn. Dolphin, post your question. All right. Dolphin, post your question. If you do leave the feed, guys, and go off and come back on again and you're missed, I'll put you on the list again, but at the end, because people do wait and they wait a long time, and then it's not fair for others to have to wait because someone was late or not there, all right? Okay. Oh, bless. Yeah, Father's Day is in September in Australia. I know that Mother's Day is the same in all the world, but the Father's Day, I don't know why it's September in Australia, but it's the first Sunday of the month in September. So it's not, because I know that because my ex-husband has a birthday on the 3rd of September. And it was always like we did Father's Day and his birthday always like combined usually for his birthday. So it's, I know it's definitely September. Okay, I'm going out for happy hour with AE tomorrow. I know he likes me, but I'm not sure if he's the one for me. What do you see about this connection? I'm definitely protecting my heart. Okay, that's okay, Queen. All right. Let's have a look at some oracle. His energy, please. His energy. He really wants to rush in quick to this relationship, whether he wants to rush in quick for, I don't know what that is. I do feel there's a lot of abandonment issues in regards to him and his past. And what he does is he rushes into the relationship and then finds out later he doesn't really like the person as much as he thought he, but there's something about like protective energy with him. Like he really, oh, we've got a card hidden under this. Wow, this is happening a lot. Okay, why is this happening? They're not even wet. So it's like this card's like a magnet. Yeah, he takes too many risks with relationships or has in the past. He runs in very, very fast, okay? There's been some sort of abandonment issues, either from a past relationship here or just abandonment issues, even from childhood, that he may not have addressed, or he either knows or he doesn't know about, whatever. But there's something about like not getting to know a person like fast enough, wanting to like not go with the flow, because that's in the reverse, like rush into it. Because of these abandonment issues, so he wants like validation pretty quickly that you really like him. So he may have been pushing you to like try and get some sort of answer out of you. This is something that he hasn't addressed and probably needs to, but he may even subconsciously not even realize it, to be honest, okay? A lot of people don't know why they have trauma or why they're a certain way. And if we're spiritual, like, as spiritual folk, we do address things. We go, well, why am I like that? Why do I feel like this? Like, what's happened to me to make me continue this pattern or behavior? And we like do the work, right? But there's something here like he really rushes into relationships because he wants to be wanted. He wants to be needed, right? And he needs to let go of something here that is still sort of hanging there on him. Pisces is coming through. We've got Aries here. We've got some Taurus energy. Okay, there's a mother wound here. There's a mother wound here. Okay, there's a mother wound here. So obviously you're not going to go and say, oh, I had a tarot reading and they said you got trauma from your mother. And he's going to think you're a nutcase, right? Or just be like, oh, why are you prying into my business? But I'm here to tell you there's a mother wound. All right, there's a mother wound. And that is, thank you, Spirit. So that's why this relates to him and a female. Because he wants to have that. He wants to, not that he consciously wants to be mothered, but he wants to know he's wanted by a female. Because maybe he had a very difficult relationship with his mother. All right. So, I don't know, I suppose you could ask at some point when you get to know him, like, what was your relationship like with your parents? Right? You could sort of like try and figure that out, okay? How's this relation? And that's why this is coming out first, because it's something he needs to address here with childhood trauma. I do feel it's childhood trauma. To be able to take like a full leap into a relationship without, you know, consciously knowing that he's done some sort of healing work, all right? Yeah, the Death card, Scorpio, because there's a lot of sadness here from his past and on an emotional level. And I don't think he knows it, like I don't think he sees it or relates it to how he is with his relationships today. Thank you, Spirit. What's this one? He could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn's coming through. So he could be very like, I'm hearing that song, Stuck on You, but it's the Not Stuck on You by Justin Bieber, the Stuck on You by Lionel Richie. So go ahead and look, like, listen to that song. Yeah, so the Justice card in the reverse. There could be something here where something's happened. It's showing me his character, it's showing me his past, it's not showing me like the relationship with you. But a lot of it's got to do with him and his past, and that's why this is coming out, right? So there's something unfair that's happened. It could be like in the past, or it could be like recently, where something, if that's the case, it's, yeah, the Tower. So something major's happened here. Why is this coming out? There's like truths uncovered here with a few of your readings today. I think like 3 or 4 of them have been like this. Yeah, it's something you don't know about. Okay. This could also be to do with his career or some sort of financial thing that's happened recently. Okay. That's set him on a new path. All right, I'm trying to ask Spirit to show me about your direction, but I don't really feel that it's going to, I think that he's either got a lot going on in his life that he needs to sort out, or healing that he needs to process. And for him to take a risk on a relationship and for that to progress, he needs to address some stuff, all right, in his life. Could be something about where he lives as well. He could be a very quiet introvert person. I don't feel he's really extroverted here. Okay. So there is a conversation with you guys coming up. What else is here? Unicorn if you're there, or blessings. I do feel there's some sort of conversation coming up. This is a couple of things. The Spirit's giving me a couple of scenarios to different things today. Either coming up with you about like what's going on in his life or some sort of past situation. You could feel a discontentment within him as well. Not to do with the relationship, but to just like you feel that there's something hidden there on an emotional level that needs to come to the surface. Now, you could like find your time that you can talk about this or not. Obviously, it's not going to come out on a first date or anything, okay? Spirit's asking you to really get to know this person as well, like at every other level, apart from this, which is a big part to who he is. But the Page of Pentacles is very much in a relationship about getting to know each other before there's any sort of intimacy, okay? That was your reading. I don't see anything else there except the sun. So, which is not just except the sun. I think that with some sort of trauma that I think that he can get over some sort of healing here, or something from the past, or something that he's going through right now, okay? You will support with this, but you're not going to be like I'm hearing broken record. You're not going to be you may be the catalyst for him to open up and process his healing and understand it. Like, you are healing towards him, if that makes sense. To be able to open up and to feel safe. Thank you, Spirit. To feel safe with you. I'm trying to figure out what Spirit is trying to say with this. Like, to feel safe with you, safe enough to open up to you. And it will really help him unburden things. So don't be surprised when you meet him if he goes blah. All right? Because that unknown card has come out a couple of times. And I've only used this deck twice. So yeah. Okay. Dolphin. Thank you. All right. So we have Unicorn or Libra. So please let me know who's online. I've got 7 people on here. Let me know who's here so we can look at the list and see who's next. It is a little bit late on a Sunday night for me to come on. Maybe a lot of people are in bed. I will be having a quick break in a second. I'm just going to line up the next person. Okay, Unicorn, you are next. Think very carefully about what your question needs to be. And I'm saying that like in a motherly, stern way sort of thing. So there's like Spirit saying if it's about relationships, it's not the question. So I don't know what you're going to ask, but if it's about another person, Spirit doesn't want you to ask that. There's something here about your own spiritual growth or your self-growth or there's something here like other. Spirit is trying to lead you in a different direction to what your question is supposed to be. Libra, you will be after Unicorn, so don't go away. I will be taking a quick break. Your cards are ready. If this is about another person, I'm just going to put them here. And you keep using this base for the reads, okay? So think about your question, Unicorn. I won't be too long. Thank you for waiting. Okay, thank you so much for waiting, everybody. I just had a quick break. Unicorn, post your question, okay? All right, let's have a look, see what is here for you. Oh, okay. I just wanted to use the first 3 cards at the bottom of that shuffled, pre-shuffled deck. They came out in that order, but no more from that deck. All right, if that makes sense. Okay, Unicorn, post your question. We're going to start shuffling. See what's here for you. I'm going to use this deck as the storyline base for your reading. Oh my God, yeah, okay. This is so good. This makes sense. Okay. This makes sense to me. All right. This really does make sense to me, what's going on here already. What is LDO's future intentions for us? Are you in a relationship currently? I knew you were going to ask a relationship question. First of all, cards that have come out, maybe your energy, like what's going on right now, you may feel like this relationship is not going where you want it to go. I just want to say there's a lot of happiness and there's a lot of abundance. Make sure in the future for you, and there's a lot of joy, but there's something about not holding on to someone. You're not trusting your intuition with something. All right. Now, if you're with this person, I don't know, are you in a relationship with this person or not, right? There's something here about you're not trusting your intuition, and you may feel that you can't let this person go, or you don't want to let them go, but there is a need to end this, right? Or you feel that he wants to end it, or the relationship's not where it should be, but there is an opportunity for it to be a lot better. There feels like there's been a separation, or a separation of energy from both of you. And this could have to do with, like, you know, having a baby, you know, because you've got a son, obviously, or like something was stalled. You're not trusting yourself with something here. There may be trust issues. Maybe you're not trusting him. All right, so let me know if this is resonating. But there is a need to revive this relationship, possibly, okay? There's like an opportunity to revive something here, okay? There is like a really strong feeling of separation, but then coming back into the relationship and really wanting like the opportunity to be there. Yeah, so there's like a coming back around energy with the World and the Wheel of Fortune. But there's either a certain way of thinking right now that you need to like address, or a trust issue that you need to address, okay, for this to progress, for this to be good, for this to be happy, for this relationship to be like wonderful, I'm hearing, or joyous. There's like growth to be had here, but there's some, okay, so what do you need to do? Because there's something you need to change. Maybe you're not trusting. There's been some sort of heartbreak or third party situation in the past. There could have been a lot of fighting in the past. This person could be a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, or there's been some sort of thing that caused a lot of heartbreak and now you're together again. That's what it feels like, okay? Now let me know if I'm right or not. I don't know. This is what the cards are showing, okay? Oh, okay, so you did reconcile. So you have the opportunity here, but there's something you have. So what do you need to work on? I don't know if this was a third party relationship that, you know, like ended, or other people got involved in your relationship, or family dynamics or something, but there's other people involved in whatever happened in the past, okay? 3 of Cups in the reverse. And now there's a new opportunity here, and there's possibly an apology from that past, or you both apologize to each other. Yeah, there's too many trust issues still. There's still trust issues. Now, if this was a third party, as in like, you know, he left and was in a relationship with someone else, this is because of that, okay? This trust issue is because of that situation, right? And I'm also feeling family as well, because we've got more than 2-3 people here. We've got 5 people in this energy. So there was a lot of, okay, so what can you do now to make this abundance? Spirit's saying to keep, like, you have some sort of spiritual gift or power here. And a lot of it's to do with, like, manifesting. And a lot of it's, like, you are a powerful manifester. So Spirit's asking you to trust yourself more, that this can work and this can grow, but also to use your intuition. If you have a red flag about something, you're probably right. So if you've got trust issues with this person, you're probably right. Like in the instance now, we're talking about like in like today sort of thing. If you've got like a feeling that there's something wrong or someone else is involved again in your relationship, you're probably right. Thank you, Elaine. I'm sorry I didn't see you, Elaine, before. Okay. Right. There's something here about, because you're a powerful manifester, thank you, Spirit, you can literally manifest the bad as well as the good. So it's important for you right now, because I'm wanting sort of advice for you on this now, to redirect your energy into doing something new, learning something new, learning a new skill, learning more about your spiritual gifts and abilities, meditating more. There's something here with like remote viewing or clairvoyance with you as well. That's really coming up strongly. There's something here that you need to redirect your energy on, okay? All right, what else? Do it passionately, like go into it passionately. So you need to have something else in your life besides this person, okay? All right. What else do we have? Elaine, post your first question. There's a lot of fear here, and there's a lot of, and that's why you're guarded. There's still a really strong guarded energy. Spirit wants you to let your guard down, to really co-create with Spirit here. Let me just split this deck. I feel that there may be some sort of, yeah, co-create with Spirit on the third split. I got that. You're not sure whether you should leave this situation or whether it's going to work in the future. There's something here about protecting your assets, your finances, making sure you put some money aside for a rainy day. Yeah, but there's a lot of negative thinking about this relationship going on here. You're just not really sure whether it's going to end or not. And Spirit's not showing me either whether it is going to continue or not. You've got really strong Sagittarius energy. I don't know if your person's Sagittarius. This person is, I do feel that they're, okay, so currently I feel that yes, they are doing the right thing by you. However, if you have a red flag that feels that they're not, you need to explore that too. And yeah, this keeps coming out, this Queen of Wands, to really trust yourself more, trust your intuition about what's going on and what's right and what's wrong with this relationship, okay? I do feel this person is very temperamental in their emotions, all right? Definitely temperamental in their emotions. And you don't always, or you can't always trust what, like, how they're feeling. All right. This person may be a karmic. Spirit doesn't want you to worry, but to see any changes, because we do have the Tower at the bottom of the deck, that come up as an opportunity for your growth. And Spirit is really not showing me, because there is a time coming up with your relationship that you're going to have to make some decision in regards to commitment, all right? And that's your decision to make. All right, that's your reading. Elaine, post your first question. The Spirit wasn't giving me very definitive. It's very like foggy here. Foggy energy, like not giving me the complete story or not wanting to give me. It's almost like Spirit saying you trust more in your own intuition and your own red flags that you get. about this person, because like you have the power, right? You do, you really do. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. I think the sun's moved now. Oh, that's much better. Okay, general for Elaine. Hi Elaine, I hope you are doing really well. I kept being drawn to this deck and I'm going to use it for you, and that's why I haven't used it yet, because I guess I'm always waiting for you to come on. Okay, let's have a look. I love this deck. We'll use this as the tarot with the main spread. Okay, I'm just going to give it a bit of a shuffle. We're going to light some Palo Santo for you, Elaine, and have a look at a general. This deck is excited. Maybe you're excited. Oh, you have the Emperor energy and you have the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So let's just put that one there. I'm just going to light some of this. I don't have a candle. I wish I had a candle lit today, but I don't. I'm not going downstairs just to get one now. It's too late in the piece sort of thing. Just a tip, when you light sage or Palo Santo and it's not burning, just wave it a lot, because the oxygen in the air will make it sort of burn a little bit quicker. Okay. Libra, we have Elaine for 2 and then it will be your reading. So Elaine's general first. I see you brushing your hair. So I don't know if you've just brushed your hair, if you feel that you need to brush your hair. And I'm seeing long hair. So I don't know whether, if you haven't got long hair, Elaine, you may be thinking about getting hair extensions or something like that. It's very, but it's very divine feminine. I'm seeing like the yin card in this deck. Maybe you want to change your appearance or something like I do. I've got some major things going on with me right now with that sort of thing. I'm going to get my hair done today. So it's about actioning something here. It's about actioning something to do with your appearance or your aesthetics. Okay. Hi Priscilla. Let's have a look and see what we have for you. What does Spirit want to bring forward? I'm getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe you're like adding something up. Hold on a second, I'm getting like blackbirds are coming through. Okay, blackbirds or even crows, like blackbirds or the blackbird itself. All right. You're thinking a lot about a person at the moment. It could be Yaz, it could be someone else, okay? You're thinking a lot about a person at the moment, and it's like until you mend the situation or close this out with this person, you're not going to have any peace of mind. That's what I feel, okay? I feel that there's like a situation going on where you're overthinking something, or you're thinking a lot about this person. You could be even dreaming about them, or you're just like thinking about your relationship in the past. And there's something here about like the change will come with this relationship or the closure of it when you do heal something with it, okay? Oh, blackbirds in your dreams. So have a look about what that means, especially in regards to love, seeing as you're, you know, Yaz is coming out a lot, okay? Your blessings coming in. Time to be really open and honest with yourself about love and what you want to build, like what your next relationship looks like, how you're going to approach it, your relationship with love itself. Okay, let's look at this healing energy. The healing energy, please, with the peace in reverse. What's this about? Thank you, Spirit. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Sometimes there's days where you're really positive of mind. Sometimes there's days that you're not. I love this 8 of Swords energy. It came out sort of like this. Sometimes you're positive about her. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're like, I need to close things off or say certain things. there's a mental prison going on in regards to your relationship with her, okay? In your mind, how you think about her, feel about her, or if you don't know what she feels or thinks about you right now. So there's this needing to, I love this blessing card. I'm going to put it over here because it's got nothing to do with this part of the reading. Or maybe it has, we'll see. But the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse. So something's definitely not closed. Or perhaps you feel you haven't learned what you need to. Tens on the screen as well about this relationship, all right? Or the healing. A lot of healing still needs to be processed with this. I'm telling you, Elaine, a lot of healing still needs to be processed. And you're like, what did I ever want out of her? Or what do I still want out of her? I don't really know. And when that happens, it's like time to really like do the work. Eight of Pentacles, by co-creating with Spirit. She is a twin flame. Four of Wands. And I actually believe, I never used to, but I believe we do have more than one twin flame. Because we're all operating in different universes on different timelines. Like, that's my opinion and that's my view. But you don't have to like agree with that. There's a fear of death coming through. So maybe you've had a death dream or something, or you've been frightened or fearful of getting older, or like not completing your healing, I'm feeling like, before the ultimate demise happens. That's all I can say. I hope that makes sense to you. So that could have crossed your mind. It doesn't have to be something you're dwelling on though. There's so much heartbreak here. There's so much you're keeping in. There's so much you've not said. There's so much you're worried about. Like, you just want to be happy. You want her to be happy. There's something here about learning from the past. You could have been born in the year of the rat. You don't have to be. There's something about the wasp spirit as well, like life sucks or life stings. I'm feeling very sick in my stomach. Like I just came over like a wave of nauseous. So you could have been having stomach issues or feeling sick every time you think about this. Oh my goodness. It's like there's been no closure, apology, or speaking from the heart, or, you know, really coming in towards each other and saying, you know, this is how I feel. Yeah, this is how I feel. Is this what you want to do? Or is this what's asking you to do right now? To really go towards each other and figure this out, close this thing off, or heal from it? You've really questioned. There's that wasp spirit again, and that's sometimes life stings in the animal spirit card. And then now the twin flame card's in the reverse. So sometimes you're questioning, was she really a twin flame? Is she? Like, you're not trusting this here. Spirit's saying you have the spiritual strength, like you have the strength to figure this out. Temperance energy came out like this. I love this card. This is like really tapping into your feelings now and getting balanced, right? Getting balanced on every level. Asking Spirit for support. There's like a gentle energy with this, needing to be gentle on yourself. Like oh, there's that heart in the background, if you can see that. It has wings. And there's no sword in it, okay? So there's something here about being able to like tap in here and really open your heart. Maybe you're needing to speak it out just to yourself, or you're needing to say something still to her. I was talking this morning, because you didn't see the general, but I was talking this morning in my general about, like, you know, people say if you talk to yourself, it's crazy. Well, don't think like that. Sometimes we need to talk. Everyone has a different way of processing. You can sit cross-legged and you can meditate, right? As like the traditional sort of sense, I suppose. Or you can talk it out, or you can write it down. Everyone's got a different way of healing, right? And there's a feeling here, if you really not like, if you've been, obviously, the ball is in your court here with this, okay? And there's a blessing card. I'm being drawn to the blessings card, where you can feel like this or you can not feel like this. Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles in reverse. You can feel like this or you can not feel like this. It's your choice, all right? It's your choice to go towards this and to close it, or to restart it, or whatever you want to do, okay? You have the power to change the Ten of Cups. Look at the number 5 on that block at the back. Right? You have the power to heal the past. You have the power to learn from the past, okay? You're using your mind a lot instead of your heart here. And until you slip back into your heart and are very open, right? It may take some time to sort of figure out. I'm hearing the next like 3 months. There's something about like 369 is coming through as well. We've got a lot of 369. We've got 5s in your reading. We've got 555 in your reading, okay? And you've got the 3 of Wands in the reverse. So you need to pick your path here. Do you want to heal from this, or do you just want to forget it, okay? And ask Spirit to like, or even cord cut her completely so that she's not in your energy. And if you do that, remember, that's it, okay? So if you don't want it, that's it scenario, then you need to address, what do I want from this relationship, okay? Post your second question, or what do I want from this closure? What is the blessing here? What is coming up as a blessing for you? Because this is the blessed card. Financial independence, a new opportunity in career. So there's something going on with your career here, a new opportunity, a new contract, a solid offer, something that's going to give you financial security. You're going to be working with other people. There's a lot of blessings within career, right? A passionate energy here of being excited and getting really stuck into that. So ask yourself what you want. Be honest with yourself about what you want with Yaz, whether you want to reconnect, whether you want to just reconnect to either reconcile, and I don't know, what do you want? All right, it's really important that you figure that out, and or be at peace, or just be at peace with the fact that you have moved on. All right, and be at peace with that, and then ask Spirit to help you to grow and to focus on other people and areas in your life. What's your second question? Spirit is there to help you with your healing. 717 on the screen, which talks about star energy, and it's you know, the July energy as well. So July is gonna be a perfect time for you to look at that, okay? Let's get your second question. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for your second question as a base. There's something here about if you've got a lot of things, I don't know what's going on with your second question, but there's a lot of things here about if you've got, or maybe this is just an extra message. Spirit's actually saying it's just an extra message. If you've wrote down a lot of things or made a lot of plans and you never actually do them, Spirit's saying like now or even today is the time to start something on your list. How is Yaz feeling about me? I dreamt about her hugging me. Okay. Libra, getting ready for your question shortly. What is going on with Yaz? What is she feeling, Spirit? Show me her energy. What is she feeling about Elaine? She's very independent right now, like independent of spirit. She's doing her own thing. She's trying to focus on her financial growth, her career. That's what I feel straight away with this. Wow, I said her independence, also her spiritual strength. I just want to say that if you've asked your guides to ask her guides to support her, that has been heard, right? So you may have prayed for her or said, please, spirit guides, like go to her guides and like ask them to really support her at this time. So there's some sort of spiritual strength here that she's getting with something. And if that's you asking for that, especially in the heart chakra, that is worked or it's working, or just know that that prayer has been carried out, okay? She is working on her career. She may be traveling for work. I do think she's got some decisions to make in regards to that though. There's definitely some sort of travel for work happening here. I feel that she's processing her healing. As far as you is concerned, pretty good, okay? She's keeping balance. She's doing all the right things, I'm hearing. Yeah, look at that. She's being patient with herself and her own healing. Because the Temperance card is very much about balance of emotions, understanding divine timing, and that came out in the upright. So she is like, with that, she's like really transforming and changing. We've got Scorpio energy. Something is coming up for her. I'm just getting more of her energy, like what's going on in her life, how she feels about you. But we'll try and look into that. But she's like, this is a spiritual transformation and a career transformation for her. And I think that that's like really being supported right now. Okay. With you and her, like I said, I feel the ball's in your court. But like she does sort of hope for a reconciliation or a connection, even at a friendship level. She wants to feel that all is okay. I don't think she wants like a new beginning with you as far as a relationship. I really don't think she does. I think like she feels that that would be a massive challenge she doesn't want to face right now. So maybe she wants to just focus on her career, but she does want to reconnect. Yeah, you got the spiritual union card at the bottom of the deck, all right, which is the Two of Cups, and it's that mental, like she does want to, like her higher self is telling you to telling her to reconcile with you. So she feels like everything's okay with you guys, all right? And that, you know, you put the past behind you, but she doesn't want like a relationship here. Or she's not ready for it, or she doesn't want it, okay? She's had a lot of mental conflict in regards to that, right? She's done a lot of inner work when it comes to Hermit energy. She's done a lot of inner work when it comes to figuring out whether she would want a relationship with you or not. And I think she's like come to the conclusion that that's through her higher self. There's some sort of spiritual thing coming in here. I think we've talked in the past about her not being aware or not having the awareness, but I feel it's coming in. She is part of the spiritual awakening that's going on right now, all right? It's almost like she doesn't want to sacrifice something here to have a wish or hope or dream that she could be with you. It's like there's a lot of acceptance. There's a lot of acceptance here. But she would like to reconcile. Like there's acceptance that it's never going to turn into a relationship. So why are these three cards? Why does she want to reconnect though if she doesn't want a relationship? She feels something's not over. She feels that still things, I want to show you this card because it's so beautiful. This is in the reverse. But the Ten of Swords is like, it's finished, it's over. Like we've said everything we needed to say. That's it. And because this is in the reverse, it's like we still haven't got to the, with this card, the depiction in this card, we still really haven't got to the guts of, the core of what went wrong, or not everything's been said still, okay? And I feel she's got an emotional discontentment with the fact that not everything's been said and not everything's been laid out on the table, so she can move on, right? So she wants to clear the air with you. This is a very clear the air card energy. Seven of Wands in the reverse. She doesn't want to be guarded here. She doesn't want to feel like if she comes to you, she's going to be chastised or punished in any way. She wants to let that guard down and still come in towards you. In her Empress energy, and say what she needs to say, the Moon. I love this card, look at this. Right, it's actually in the reverse. There's things that she wants to sort of still say, I feel. Right? There's things she still wants to say and examine. She could have been, I'm not saying she is or like now or is going to be in the future, but I think there's been some sort of spiritual attack here, and that's why she's got the spiritual protection as the first card. But as far as you guys are concerned, I think she still wants to talk about her emotions about the past so she can move on. All right, it's quite simple there, right, with that. Libra, post your question. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot. They're really wanting to be shown today. You know I love my cards, guys. I've got a new deck. I can't even express how excited I am about this new deck. It cost me a lot of money. I think it was like about 120 US dollars. I'm talking like this deck is insane. And when I get it, I'll put the link to it in the description when I get it, okay? Hi FC, I've put Priscilla on the list. I've put FC on the list. Libra, it's your turn. Oh, Priscilla's donated. Priscilla, thank you, and you're next. Sorry, Libra, you'll just have to wait. Hopefully you can wait, okay, for your reading, because my donations take priority. Happy Sunday night to you all. I hope you're all feeling amazing, okay? All right. Oh, that's really strange. Spirit's just told me to use this deck. Now, my daughter bought... Did I buy this deck? I think I bought this deck. I bought this deck from London. My daughter bought me this one at the same time. And this one is the... these are linked for some reason. So maybe we'll use these as a clarifier. Spirit's basically showing me to start using my cards a little bit more. You know, I haven't used these on channel, but I have used them off channel. They're really a little bit hard to shuffle, but I can still do it. Right. Let me just give them a shuffle. They're super cute. This is like a mini deck of the Gilded Tarot. Okay, we're going to use them because Spirit has asked me to. Just going to make sure they're all in the right, like, not reversed. I'm not about reversal, sorry. They're all in the upright. You know, they're not back to front. Okay. General, anything you need to know. Okay, let's have a look. No, we'll use the Psychic Tarot. We'll use the Psychic Tarot as well as the Gilded. Okay. I feel straight away you have a decision, like on your next game plan. I'm hearing plan of attack, game plan. There's something about a game. Plan of attack. Not attack as in you're going to attack someone, like how are you going to tackle something, okay? How are you going to make that decision? Maybe you feel that there's like you need to sacrifice something. Maybe you do need to sacrifice something. I know, like in certain situations, I'm not going to say what, but like we have to sort of go, okay, if I want this, I'm going to have to give this up, right? If I want to, I'm going to give you a really prime example. If I want to lose weight, I'm going to have to give up the sugar. If I want to lose, like, get fit, I'm going to have to go to the gym. So I can't laze around on the sofa. I'm going to use my, I'm going to have to change something to use my time more wisely. So there's something here, right? Needing to make a decision, and it's time. So Spirit's saying it is time. Now, a lot of people say don't make decisions during Mercury retrograde. I don't believe in that. I think if you know, you know, all right? Because Mercury retrogrades, please guys, don't hate them. I love them. I love Mercury retrogrades. It gives us a chance to pause, to not do anything, to not sign anything, to not make decisions if you don't feel it's time, to regroup, to relook at your spiritual, to relook at your balance and where your priorities lie. It's an amazing time. This is your reading, Priscilla, okay? So this is your reading, Priscilla, right? Not Libra's. All right, so Libra, it's not your reading, but there may be something into it, okay? So there's something about making a decision, all right? Making a decision, and it's time, Priscilla. It's time to make this decision. You may want to, there's definitely something you've got to move on. You have to move on something here, Priscilla. You have to put yourself first as well in the situation, all right? You need to put yourself first. If something's affecting you, on an energetic level, you have to release, like say you have to release a person because they're not giving you peace. So you're literally sacrificing something. You're sacrificing your peace because you're involved with this other person. If you're wanting to do, there's definitely something about health, diet, exercise here. If you want the results, you have to like sacrifice all sorts of things to have the results of the exercise, the whatever it is you're going forward with. Let me know if this is making sense to you, Priscilla, please. Okay. There's something that is like in like your heart chakra here where you're like, I really would love to do that, or I'd really love to go to that towards that person, or I'd really love to reconcile with someone, or I'd really love to like look at that career path or study that. There's something here in spirit saying it's time. It's time to move forward. Okay, Priscilla, please let me know if this is resonating with you. All right, because it is your reading. Yeah, look at this. Like I said, we've got the sacrifice energy. You will have to sacrifice something. Okay, you will have to sacrifice something to really step into your Empress energy here. All right. You're going to have to sacrifice something. Use your intuition. Perhaps you're not tuning in. There's something that you need to choose. I'm telling you, it could be to do with a love relationship. It could be to do with, you know, something emotionally where you need to walk away from something or someone. Or just know that there was a lesson to be learned in it. And as long as you know what the lesson is and you don't make that sort of mistake again, okay? So this could be coming up for you if you don't know what it is then, Priscilla. All right, you're going to have to make some sort of decision and stick with your truth with it. It's going to bring you a lot of fertility, but I feel that you're going to have to sacrifice something. But ultimately, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. You got the sun, all right? So let's see what this could be, all right? The waiting game. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. Bottom of the deck, what's to come? What you don't see, all right? It hasn't happened. You're waiting for this to sort of like play out. So this will play out. You're going to have to sacrifice yourself first, all right? Walk away from the person. We've got Sagittarius, we've got Leo, we've got really strong Libra, and we've got Taurus, right? What is this about, please, Spirit? Can you show me clearly what this could be about? It's really hard to shuffle. Maybe just one then. Okay, thank you. Just one then. Okay, so the main energy of this is a new beginning of some kind. You've got the Fool. Okay, Aries energy. So the main thing of it, like you're stepping into a new cycle here. You're definitely moving into a new period of your life. And you have a decision to make. In this deck, he's holding his arms out, like going like this. How am I going to weigh this up? How am I going to operate with integrity on this and like really sacrifice something? So what are you sacrificing? What is this sacrifice about? There's definitely, there could be someone really running rings around you that you feel is a loyal friend as well. You may have to make a decision about a person. Okay, let's have a look. All right, this is coming up for you. This is not like in your energy right now because we had that waiting game. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And that's Sagittarian energy again, because like I know it's water energy, but this comes out in the Temperance card, this little fish. Which of course the Temperance card is all about emotions and balancing those too. But the Queen of Cups is here in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't matter what sign you are. This is about you ready to open your heart to someone and talk to them about something. And if they're not willing to put you first or to see your point of view here, you'll walk away from this person. There's the Two of Swords. This is a tricky, or is going to be a tricky conversation. Now, we do have a lot of crazy astrology coming up between July and August. So this could be happening in the next 2 months. I'm going to say July or August or both of those months, where you're needing to talk to someone and it's a delicate situation. It's a delicate conversation. This is forewarning energy, all right? So I want you to go ahead and look at July astrology, especially for your rising, and see what house this could be, all right, in regards to. It could be mother energy. I don't know if you had mother wounds or anything. That is sort of coming up, but I don't feel it's your mother. I feel this is a friendship. Okay. You've got the strength card to say what you need to say passionately, especially if you're not satisfied romantically or with this person, or they're not giving you the love that you deserve. You've got the Ace of Wands, you've got the Strength card, which is again Leo, and you've got the Five of Cups. And red carnelians or doves may be significant. But I feel that you have something to say to someone. Also lizards may be significant. And you're having the strength to say this. It could be romantic. It could be. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. All right, let's see what else. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're putting the end to something that is toxic. You're saying what you need to. Something's going to be burdening you, and you're having the spiritual strength to walk away from it, okay? So, you know, if you're not happy or something, whatever's not making you happy, this is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, but it's very much like you have to put an end to it. Show me who this is, please. I'm sure this is a particular person. I'm feeling it's female. Is it a Queen of Swords? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female in your life that has a lot to say, that's very fucking opinionated and really cuts to your heart sometimes. She's very like, this person, whoever this person is, they're like, I'm getting the word boisterous. They say what they want to say. They don't care if it's going to hurt someone else. They say what they want to say to you. They don't give a shit whether it hurts you or not. They've got a lot of spiritual growth to happen. They've got a big talent to realize this is the person. This Queen of Swords in the reverse. They possibly talk about you behind your back. They're very loud mouth, opinionated, very opinionated. Okay. Show me what else you can show me here, Spirit, about this person. Yeah, they're very selfish, and I think they don't see it. I think they don't see how their actions affect others around them. All right. Yeah, you'll be disconnecting with this, with I want to say woman. You'll be disconnecting with this woman, friend. There's too much inside of you that's giving you the I'm not sure about this person vibes. I'm not sure whether this person's going to ruin something for me. Like, I'm not inviting this person into my home, into my energy field. Yeah, definitely. Okay, the number three females in your life, but I feel that you're removing this person from that group. All right, if that makes sense. Say you've got a friend group of 3 or 4 people, or 4 or 5 people, whatever. It doesn't, the number doesn't really matter. But you're like disconnecting, and you're doing it for the greater good. Okay, so you're sacrificing possibly a good friendship because this person doesn't get along with everybody, and you're like, I can respect you for who you are and everything, but you're not fitting into the group. Does that make sense? All right. I feel it's more of a friend than a co-worker. I've just seen the message in the chat. That was your reading. Libra, it's your turn. Thank you so much for waiting. I know you've been super patient. If you're new here, please say hello, please like, please subscribe. I'll be on for a little bit longer today. I may take another break in about 10 minutes, but I'm going to continue with the readings, all right, today, until I feel that it's sort of enough, all right? Yeah, it could be intuitively. What is it about? Okay, Libra, let's have a look. I think I'm going to use the, I need to sage this deck, so I'm just going to put it there, and then I just feel I need to cleanse that deck again now, after that energy. All right, let's have a look at your reading. General for Libra. Hey, yes, Elaine. Okay, general for Libra. Let's see what's here. Spirit saying, Libra, the sky is the limit. Like, don't think small. There's something about money with you as well, like manifesting, like you're a major manifester. So don't think that you are not able to do that. Like, you have the power, my dear, okay? There's a new life coming up for you. Wow. I feel that you've done like, okay, hold on a second. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's why, because the imagination card is here. Yeah. All right. You have a really strong spiritual gift of manifestation. And not just that, you have been gifted this by spirit. Now, there's times in your life where you either haven't known about that or you haven't used that energy to your full advantage. And Spirit's saying it's time now to step into this energy. And Spirit gave you this gift. And I feel you haven't used it to, like I said, its advantage in the past. But Spirit's saying it's time. It's time to use this power you have, all right? You are stepping into some sort of amazing, I'm going to just say existence, which could mean environment or where you live or where you work or the friends you have. I don't feel it's love, all right? But whatever's been difficult in, like, say you've been wanting to build your career and you've been wanting to get to a certain level. And I feel in the past you didn't believe in yourself enough or didn't have the self-confidence or self-worth or whatever it is to get to where you are. I think you've healed from that. I think that you're doing, like, I don't think you think you're doing a big job, or I don't think a good job or a big job. Okay, I don't know why I said big job. I don't think that you think you're doing a good job or have done a good job at getting to where you are. But Spirit's saying you need to know. This reading is telling you that you have done a good job, all right? And that you're not going to learn lessons from the past. And I'm getting family lessons here as well from the past, all right? So those three cards are from the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, which is about, like, really using your spiritual gifts and really using your intuition, okay? And really using it to your advantage, especially with your finances, all right? Or your career, that's coming through here. Because it's available for you. I'm hearing you've had this gift since you were a child, but you had to go through certain soul lessons and experiences to sort of see that, like, oh, thank you, Spirit, to see, number one, that you always come out on top or things always work out. And also, like, that you can aim for better and bigger and harder, like, moving forward. The sky's the limit, right? You can aim for it and you always seem to get it. So the spiritual gift is sort of like, it's under the surface with you and you haven't acknowledged it, or you've sacrificed things because of it, or you just haven't been aware of it, or like consciously aware of it. And I'm here to tell you, and like, this is a big part of my purpose, to tell other people how gifted they are and how they can step into their spiritual power of manifestation. And your gift is manifestation. You can pretty much have anything you want. And I can say that to everyone, but you have some sort of special power that gets it to you a lot faster. All right. So let's have a look at some Rider-Waite energy. Elaine, post your question. So whatever you're wanting to, especially esoterically, look into, Spirit's saying, like, do it, right? Whether it's even like the dark side. We've all got dark and light. You could be very interested in the occult or like the paranormal. I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as you protect your energy, we need to be understanding of what the dark energies are. I couldn't work with dark entities, which I do. I do work with dark energies. If not in a witchcraft way, nothing like that, not black magic, nothing like that, but I work with them. I acknowledge that they're there, and I acknowledge that they're in our lives, the dark and the light, and, you know, the moon energy as well, which is about fear. I acknowledge the fear because it's part of who we are. It's a huge part of us, okay? And to acknowledge that is super important. So to look into like occultism, or like to look into it and protect your energy, of course, but working with the lower spirits. I hope this is making sense. But don't like discount lower spirits. I respect the lower spirits for what, it doesn't mean to say I have to follow what they're trying to do. And a lot of the time, lower spirits do, like, and spirits are in alcohol, they're in like addictions, they're in, right? But those things are all part of our human existence, right? To work with the lower spirit, which is in yourself, the dark side, okay, of yourself, to be able to understand yourself more and to be able to work through these things. We are, you know, they wouldn't be there in this human existence if we couldn't like work, acknowledge them and acknowledge their place. Thank you, Spirit. Acknowledge their place. All right. I had to say that because there's something there about that. Oh, the latest episode of Twin Paranormal was out, guys, this morning. So, you know, go ahead and watch it. It's super good. I did only watch like 40 minutes of it. I'll go back to it later. The Justice card in the reverse. I want to put that on that end. Okay, let's have a look. One more. Building blocks, please, Spirit. Yeah, Spirit's just saying more. You have done a lot of healing here. And you have avoided a lot of towers by using your intuition and also by doing the right thing. So what are you, there's like, sometimes you do have this worry and it's just your human self, okay? It's just your human self. There is your energy, but it's in the reverse. So I'm here to tell you today, Spirit's here to tell you that you can be yourself. You can be yourself, you can step into your spiritual power of manifestation. You don't have to learn lessons again in the past. Don't think that you have to like go, you know, backwards, because you don't. You've learned those lessons. You can also look at your dark side. It's okay to look at your dark side, and it's okay to also acknowledge those energies. All right. So for whatever I'm saying that for, you know, and that may be for someone else out there. All right. So if you're worried about watching, and I don't watch horror or crime. I think true crime and horror, where people actually create movies about killing, you know, unaliving people, and etc., etc., etc. I think those are when we go looking for that. But to be interested in the lower spirits is a different story. Now, I know what I mean. Maybe some of you do know. Tell me if you know what I mean in the chat. Okay. Anyway, if you're not going to repeat something here, okay? You're not going to repeat something. And this has been conflict in your mind. You know, is there still a lesson to learn from this? Stop going around and round in your mind about something, okay? Spirit's trying to lead you on the path to some sort of abundance. Spirit's asking you to have more fun as well right now. There is some sort of new life. I'm not going to go into what the new life is right now in your reading. If anyone wants a private reading, extensions upon any of these mini reads as well, I am still doing half price reads for the month of June. They will finish on the 30th of June. So please email me and book in. It is half price. This will not come up again till Thanksgiving. All right. And I'll bring that out till the end of the year then, in November. Okay. Elaine, why does Yaz don't want a relationship with me if we both want to meet each other and say what we need to say? It may just be to do with closure, Elaine. All right. With that question, I'm going to use this deck. Why does Yaz want to meet up if she doesn't want like a relationship? Okay, so Spirit saying it's not that she doesn't want it. She knows that it's best for her at this point in her life. She knows that she has to release you to be able to focus on other things at this point in her life. So it doesn't mean to say it's forever. It just means to say it's at this point. So what is she releasing? That's why I've got the surrender deck here. What is she releasing in regards to this? And then what are you releasing? Oh, how she feels about you. So she's surrendering to what she feels. Maybe she's going to tell you how she feels and how passionate she felt about you or feels about you still, but she has to let you go. At this point, she needs to focus on other things and pour her passion into other things in her life if she can't have like you. And that's a big part of her shadow. Can you see the two faces? She's sacrificing her passion for you and putting it into something else. She's getting out of her head here in regards to you. And she's using her sacral chakra to focus on other things. people and activities that ignite more passion within her. Okay, let's have a look at what you need to surrender in this conversation. Oh, okay, this is interesting. This may be significant. Surrender defensiveness, or not feeling that you have to defend yourself with something. So when you have a conversation, make sure that you're standing your ground with things, but don't be defensive either. Don't be dogmatic in your way of thinking. Don't be defensive. Needing to communicate more in an empowered way, right, in regards to this, if you want to communicate with her, and stay centered and hear someone out. And that's it says hear someone out, sort of that sentence there, or words, is more, I understand that more than any other words on this card. And then hear her out and offer a clear, non-defensive response. So it's about watching your words. It's about not being defensive, because you may feel like, oh, you're not interested in me anyway. Oh, well, why have I been so focused on you? You may be thinking this to yourself. We can all receive love and support in different ways. It doesn't have to be through romance, right? So it's about allowing love and support of her in towards you, you in towards her, rather than trying to sort of try and handle your emotions yourself. Bring them out, say what you need to say, okay? It will take the pressure off you to say what you need to say, but don't be defensive. She's surrendering not a dark side of herself, but that passionate side that she has still for you. She's releasing it, because she knows that if she can't have you, she needs to put that passion to something else, okay? Let's get a few cards on each card. So it's not that she doesn't want to, it's that she knows it's not the right time in her life, or that there's not enough reciprocation from you. So she needs to put that into something else. Into her dreams, into her, got the star energy. And you are always going to be her star, right? But if she's not getting what she needs right now, in a relationship, and even though, she's, it's you will always be a big part of her life and a solid part of her life, but she needs something more solid right now. Right, so it's either going to be a person, or it's going to be the career. So what is it going to be for Yaz? What's the solidity and safety coming up for her, where she wants to really focus her main energy on here? Definitely finances and career, okay? Travel possibly, but there's definitely something here about money, okay? There's something coming possibly, I'm going to say end October to the end of November, that's going to be significant, especially in regards to a financial decision she makes. So it's more about career, money. It's not about relationships, I don't feel. So any advice here for Elaine with the surrender defensiveness? Maria, if you're there, find the strength to hear her out. Even though she may not say what you want to say, what you want her to say, that's that Five of Swords energy. Let her say what she needs to say without being worried that, like a house of cards, the relationship could fall apart. So there's you still trying to hanging on to her, you're still hanging on to her, all right? Know that the inevitable ending to this right now is here at this point. Like I said, it may not be forever, but right now you need to focus on other things, both of you. For you, I feel it's career, money, and relationships. Spirit's asks you to really focus on your career and stability. And do not be defensive. Don't turn this into an argument. Five of Wands. So there's something here about really thinking about what you want out of this before you go into it. Okay. Maria, are you there? Might do a couple more reads before we end today. I've been on for 2 hours 15 minutes. I was going to have a break, but I think I'll just do another 15 minutes and then we'll end it today. Maria or Heba, Heba. Thank you, Elaine. What does Spirit want you to know with your current relationship? So, hi, Essie. So, are you in like a current relationship? Like, you talk about a romantic relationship here, or like, are you with this person? Have you been with them a while? I'm getting 2 to 5, so it could be 2 to 5 months, or it could be 2 to 5 years. Okay. Right, let's have a look. What does Spirit want you to know? I'm just looking around my table. I really want to use this deck, but I'm just going to give them a quick cleanse first. All right. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? I'm going to do a you versus him type of reading that I do on my channel sometimes, or have done on my channel of late. So let's have a look at a you versus him. I do see, I'm getting the word pseudonym, and I don't know, to be honest, if I could explain what that means right now. So look at the word pseudonym. A pseudonym, it's like a word pseudonym. I don't know. I'm getting Scrabble. Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe things are scrambled. Sometimes there's like an argument, but you make up pretty quickly. There's affection. It's like you're growing together, but can find it very hard, which is normal, right? Your energy is coming out with being positive about the relationship, which is really good, okay? Like, you're not fearful of anything within the relationship. I think at times you have been, but you sort of like really worked on that, like how you feel mentally, especially when they do something or say something and you're like, I'm not worrying about this anymore, like we're together and we're just going to have to work through stuff that we have to work through. So you're not being fearful. Okay, his energy is the star, Aquarius energy, but don't take the star signs literally, guys, okay? So there's a lot of trust and hope that this will work out. I actually see right now, this looks really good in your current energy, okay? As far as your like, okay, hold on a second. There's some decisions that you feel that you need to either make together or he needs to make. There may be something about moving in together. I don't know if you live together right now, but if you are, you could be thinking about like changing the environment or moving somewhere else, or someone's moving work, or there's something here about a decision. And I think it's got to do with money, or like where you live, or if you want to move in together, okay? So let me know if that makes sense. There's definitely a material change coming up where you're like, I'm hearing like key. So you either want to move in together, or you want to leave where you are and get a smaller place or a bigger place. I don't know, right? There's something here about changes materially, and you're planning that. You could even be planning. All right, so what are you planning? There's something here you're planning. Okay, right, if there's any conflict in the future, and there possibly could be, right, because the astrology is getting a bit cray-cray in July and August, and whatever comes up, Spirit's saying, like, don't keep your emotions in, to really speak them out, all right? So that's, like, really coming up. He sees you as super supportive, an amazing partner. Whatever decision you both have to make, or, you know, especially if it's financial, material, or where you live, You're definitely like creating this or making this decision together. You could even be like getting into a new contract here where you're like either a literal contract. It's like he sees you as so much support, which is really, really nice. Okay. There is a time coming up, I feel this is more future energy now, where you feel a bit discontent in regards to your emotions. So it's important that you express this, okay? And if you do, things will move forward. I think he's really focused on the future, all right? There will be some sort of, hold on a second. He's very, very spiritual. So whether you know this or you don't, there's something very spiritual here about this person you're with. Something could be coming up in September with him in regards to his spiritual awakening. As far as August is concerned, which is coming through, there's something that you could hear about or that you discuss together, which could be about trust issues, all right? It could be also not trust as in another person, but this is like you not hiding things. It's more like you not hiding things is going to move things faster, or him not hiding things, all right? There's definitely a soulmate energy here. You may feel like you have to sacrifice something in this relationship to move it forward. This could be like sacrificing a relationship with a friend, or sacrificing a job to be able to, you know, say if he gets a job that's more whatever and you have to move to a different state and you have to give up your job. There's something here about you having to sacrifice something for, not for his gain, but because he's creating something, okay? He is very, very, very good at manifestation. He has a lot of faith within your relationship. I would not be worried. Okay, let's delete that person because like I'm not getting spammed by someone just randomly. Okay. Yeah. I feel he has more faith in the relationship than you do. I really do. I feel that sometimes you think, when is this going to end? And he's like powering forward to the relationship. He could be like a fire sign. Very in control, very supported by spirit, very positive and optimistic about the future. Whereas I think you are too, but I think there's more like doubt or trust issues. Right, okay. I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for me today. Thanks guys for being on. I really appreciate those who have been on, most of you that have been on are not here anymore. I appreciate that it's also late in the night on a Sunday night and it's early in the morning, like it's morning for me. I really should have got on here earlier, but through different situations I couldn't. And I was super tired this morning. I went back to sleep actually. Thank you for being here. Sorry if I didn't get to you all today. Maybe you guys can come on tomorrow. Thank you, Twin Soul. Good night. And well, it's a good night to you, but it's like morning for me. So I've got my whole day. I'm getting my hair done today, yay. So I feel confident about maybe going on I know it shouldn't matter, but it does. All right, let's have a look, see what that was about. Night Heba. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry if I didn't get to you all. Bye.